with the executive order that Biden administration just proposed on January 10th, yes, it's focused on safety, right? We want to make sure the AI systems that large corporations are going to be implementing or using, or the new products that are going to be coming out, has AI safety in mind for the consumers, right?
Mhm.
They are proposing that the developers of this system disclose the safety precautions, or precautions they have put in place to help the consumers, right? And they should be able to tackle any kind of national threat competition for the use in public services. So that is the most important part. But what this order or legislation fails to address is lack of implication, like the European Union. Our legislation does not clearly say that, if somebody is using a model that's going to be harmful to the consumer, what are the implications to that company, or the builder of that application, like the European Union is doing.
Right, right. The accountability isn't yet there.
Yes.
But let's talk about the corporate response to AI regulation. So, a majority of business leaders, they don't believe that regulations will slow down the adoption of Gen AI. And so
Right.
this indicates a general confidence in the ability to comply with and adapt to these regulatory standards without hindering their technological progress and innovation. There is confidence. Businesses have the confidence in managing AI risks. They're expressing confidence in their own ability. So the whole self regulation thought process is still in place to mitigate some of these risks. Companies are also hiring very specialized talent and creating new roles on partnering with external consultants.
Right.
There is huge prioritization on risk management. It's become a massive, massive priority, which is why this conversation on regulation is so popular and trending recently. But the challenges in implementing responsible AI are going to include the complexity of scaling AI responsibility. That's huge, right? Like we're just starting to understand it, but let's talk about scale. How are we going to be able to manage it then? There's uncertainty about the regulatory rollout and standards. And then there's also a need for ongoing monitoring and to control to mitigate these risks.
Right. And see, I completely agree that the businesses have the capacity to regulate themselves, but we need to have a third party, which is government in this case, or some body of government that's regulating AI, right?
It
Because
just
without
levels the
that,
playing
and
field,
when we are,
right?
sorry, Tulika.
It just levels the playing field. Like it creates a consistent playing field for all of us to sort of see what
Exactly.
we're working with.
Right, and it's such a fine line that when you are working aggressively and closely on building an AI model or an AI system or platform, we don't know sometimes when we cross the line, and we need someone um, to make sure that we stay within the guidelines. Yes, it's important that the businesses need the speed to come up with the new products and come up with the new platforms, but we have to keep the consumer's best interest at heart.